Good morning. I'm Char, I'm part of the stewardship team. And I confess I was a little reluctant to be here this morning. You see, I've been around a lot of years, and over those years I've had a lot to say about stewardship and tithing. I'm sort of a zealot on the subject. And I've been somewhat outspoken about stewardship. So I decided that maybe I had exhausted anything that I had to say. And it was probably time for me to sit down and be quiet. But here I am. During our planning discussions on the stewardship team, I began thinking about why we actually pledge. I know that many of us pledge, some of us don't, but give regularly. But have we really thought about what we're doing when we make a pledge? And why? Apart from the obvious and very practical purpose of helping the vestry prepare a budget, why do we pledge? Why do we fill out a card with a specific amount of money and sign our name? Why not just give what we can every week or every month as we are able? Promising a specific amount can be risky in these times of rising costs and inflation, and for some, uncertain job security. It can be scary. Even with a pretty accurate estimate of what next year's income will be, who knows ahead of time what your expenses will be? Why commit to any specific amount? Scripture tells us to bring our tithes and offerings, but does that mean that we must promise in advance a portion of a future income that we haven't yet received? Is that even responsible stewardship? Well, yes, it is. And here are some of my thoughts about that. In a conversation with Pastor Robin, she spoke of a pledge as a covenant. I really like that. A covenant is a two-way promise. It's reciprocal. Where there is a covenant, there is a trusting relationship. We both give and receive a promise based on trust. God's promise to us is that He will provide for us if we trust Him. He tells us not to be anxious because He knows our needs even more than we do. He will not fail us nor forsake us. And in response, our promise is to believe Him. I was raised in a family that tithed. My dad was a school teacher, so you know he didn't make a whole lot of money. But we were abundantly blessed, and we never experienced any need that was not met. My husband Corbin and I, and now I alone, also tithe. Over the years, we were blessed abundantly, and I'm still being blessed. To be honest, I never had to make that hard choice to pledge 1/10 of my income, because it has always been natural and normal for me. But I know that's not true of most people. And I know that for some people, it's a huge leap. So I encourage everyone to stretch just a little bit. Try to give until you're out of your comfort zone. And so to answer the question, why pledge? I would say to honor that covenant relationship, to demonstrate our trust in God to care for us, so that when we sign that pledge card, we're saying more than, here is my share to keep St. Timothy's doors opened. We are also saying, I surrender control of this money, and I trust St. Timothy's leaders to spend it wisely, and I trust my Maker to watch over me, to provide for my every need. That's my pledge. Thank you.